Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and I am once again on the western shore of Lake Michigan in Kewaunee County. I haven't actually been at this beach in about a year. Little time frame, it's April 11th, it's about 40 degrees. I can see a ton of rocks all the way down the coastline. So let's get down there and start looking. Right, so I am down here and it looks really, really good. Like there's rocks the whole way. I'm just looking down at my feet. These first couple steps, I found all these. Here, I'll try to show you here. Just a nice silicified favicites. One little piece with some cold water botryoidal on it. And then another one with some cold water botryoidal on it. And then another one with a nice cold water pocket through it. So today's gonna be a good day. So let's keep going. Grabby friend. Alright, just found this guy. Nice little stromatoporoid. Totally silicified. Tons of layers. Really cool. Not going to keep many of these. I have so many of these now, but then now that I'm standing here, I just saw this too. Hopefully you can tell all the mica flash in there. Look at that. Some mica schist on something else, it looks like. Really cool. Onward. Three more from one little spot. Nice little chain. Another little even nicer chain. And then a favicites that looks like a horn. Fossils everywhere, just like always. Onward. As you can see, there's kind of patches. You can see where the waves kind of pushed up this whole thing, and then there's kind of patches of little rocks along the wet. So I think I'm just gonna start looking in some of the little stuff, you know, maybe find a Lake Superior agate. Probably not, but because my eyes just don't really see them. But we'll just keep looking at the little pockets here, and hopefully we get bigger rocks down there. I don't know for sure, but we'll see. Digging around in the small rocks here, and I just found this guy. Look at that. It's like some kind of fossil, and then it's got agate bands around the whole outside. And a little pocket on top of it right there. A couple other pockets. But look at that. That is sweet right there. It's even got a tail. Awesome. That one's coming home. Let's find some more like that. A nice piece of nice. The rock's kind of thinned out here. You can kind of see the line where the waves pushed everything up. So I'm going to walk up here a little further, see if it gets any better. If it doesn't, I have tons of dry rocks to look at all the way back because all the waves have different layers of rocks pushed up here. So let's walk a little further, see what we got. This is the first time I've been here that I've actually been able to cross where this creek comes out. So that's cool. So this is all going to be new to me up here. Let's find some good stuff. Okay, so it looks like this is the end of the line. Can't go any further. It's posted up there. So I have all this dry stuff to look at all the way back. So let's get into it. know if this is a man-made hole or if that's like the biggest Omar ever, but on the other side there's two. So I don't know if that's man-made or not, but those are huge holes. Onward. Kicking around in the big stuff. Saw a couple things right here in this pocket. Right here, a big Jacobsville sandstone, not very much red on it. And right here, it's like a crinoid fossil soup probably. You can kind of tell a little better on this side. Probably get it wet and it would look cooler. But it's not very, you know, defined. It's got a couple defined little shells in there, but still really cool. It looks like a Favicites or something right there in the shadows. So that's cool. So there's, you know, a lot of people don't generally look up in this stuff because they think, oh, well, everyone's always picked through it, but nobody really looks through it because they don't think that there'd be fresh stuff up here. But once it gets washed off, then it's all fresh. So, all right, let's go. Out of that hole right there, I just dug this big old chunker stromatoporoid out of there. Got a stump on the bottom, little pocket, kind of all the way through. Sorry, my son went away. Pretty decent sized one. A little gritty and pitty for something that I would keep though, but still really cool. A really big chunk, you know, a couple pounds. All right, let's find some more. This is the schist. Pulled this out and got it wet. Sorry that the sun went away again. But it's another like little piece of like all horn corals. Little horn coral colony. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really, really cool. So I might actually take this one to cut it right down the middle. See if I can get a really cool cross pattern. All right, onward. so last one before I get back to the car here, just a nice banded chert and mudstone. It's got a little gritty post on the top. But yeah, it was a really good hunt. I did keep a few things, so I will get home, I'll get everything cleaned up, and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so I am home and have everything cleaned up. I did keep this many right here, kind of a weird little lot. So I'll start with the biggest here. So this one is another piece of like a horn coral colony. Like all these are horns growing up through here. And I really need a slab for my project of horn coral. So I'm gonna cut this thing this way and then try to get a slab right out of the middle. And then this next piece too is kind of exactly the same thing, a bunch of horns growing up from the bottom here. So I kind of want to cut this face off and then try to get a slab out of the middle of that. Then we got this thing, which is just kind of a weird, I don't know, cherty, conglomerate-y. It's got some brachiopods in there. It's just a really cool shape. So I figured I could leave it right like this shape and shine up this and see what happens. Have a nice little freeform, so that's why I kept that little guy. One Uberlite that I'll show you in the UV at the end. This really cool piece of, so there's a brachiopod, there's one, and then here's like the whole inside of one. Both sides, and then these are like druzy, like very druzy on the outside. You can kind of see the side of it there, so I thought that was really cool, like the whole inside of the brachiopod. Awesome. And this was another weird little fossil that I thought was like a horn, and then you turn it to the side and it's got all these little blooms coming off the side. So I don't know what that is either. It looks really cool though. It looks kind of like octopus tentacles. So that's why I kept that one. Then we got this cool piece of schist that was just a really shiny piece, and I didn't really have a piece. You know, for like my collection for display, so I grabbed that one, a really nice piece of schist. Then, actually I'll do the other one last. Then we got this one, dry it off a little bit. So I'm not sure what kind of fossil that is. Here, let me try to zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, so I don't know what kind of fossil that is, but it's totally outlined with like triple agate bands, and then it like goes all the way down into a tail. And then it's got that little pocket right there, and then another one up here. So I don't know what those are, if that's like crinoid stems, like the negative of them, and then it just agatized around it. Either way, super awesome. Then I'll stay zoomed in here for my last one. So it's this one here. So I kind of saw a little shine in this little crack here. And that's why I picked it up and I flipped it over. And this is what was on this thing. Those are all little pyrite crystals. I zoomed in with my loupe, and they're all little formed square crystals. Let's see how far I can zoom in here. Yeah, there you go. So you can kind of see the formation of it, but it's really cool. So it's like there was a band of it there, and then there's a band of it right here too. Like you can see a little bit of shine like right there. So there's another band through the other side, so that's really cool. So that's probably one of the cooler pyrite pieces I've ever found. So all in all, a really good hunt today. Tons of fossils, got tons of pictures. So all right, if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for some close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.